Alright, what's up guys? It's Noah here with the CP Gamers, and today I'm bringing you a video that I'm very excited to make. I've always wanted to do this. It's the answers to my question and answers video. So I posted it about a week and a half ago, and right now I'm filming it. It's a Sunday, or no, it's actually Saturday. So if you posted a question to this video and you posted it after Saturday, it's not going to be answered because I'm filming this on Saturday. So I'll just get that out of the way, and then I have the questions right here, so I'm just going to answer them one at a time. So let's get started. So the very first one was asking how long I've been using Legos for, and that is kind of a hard question, so let me go ask my parents. Alright, I'm back from downstairs, and my dad is telling me that I've been using Legos since I was roughly 5 years old. I don't know if I maybe got a set before that, but I don't even know if you can really count that, because at what point do you say that you're just buying Lego sets, or are you like actually building custom things? I don't know. So basically a very, very long time. Let's just leave it like that for now. Then the next one is asking what was my first Lego set. This is hard because even if I were to ask my parents that, they wouldn't know. I don't really know. I do know that I was very into the Orient Expedition, aka Johnny Thunder sets that came out in the 90s. They're not even out anymore. They've been replaced by Indiana Jones, but they were kind of like that. So that's the first theme I remember liking, so I'll probably just say a small version of one of those sets was probably my first set. The next question is asking what is the biggest Lego set that I have. If we're talking just Lego sets, then it's definitely my UCS Millennium Falcon. That's like the third biggest Lego set ever made. But if we're talking MOCs, then it's probably my Sullust or my Megiddo MOC in terms of piece count. I don't really know. But it says set, so we'll just leave it as the Millennium Falcon. So the next question is asking how you get YouTubers to subscribe to you. That's a good question. I wish I knew the answer to that. But realistically, I don't actually know. I know that I didn't have a lot of subscribers until I started my Megiddo MOC. And the reason I think that that took off is because Megiddo is kind of a unique planet. At the time, everyone was really into the Clone Wars, so I guess it was good timing also for me to start that MOC, but I would say just do something unique and stick with it. That's the biggest thing, is if you stick with it, people will notice you, and if you collaborate with other YouTubers, you know, people are also going to notice you that way. So that's the best advice I have. Let's move on to the next one. So the next person is asking a couple questions actually, and the first one says, will I ever do MOCs of a different theme, not Star Wars? So, yeah, I'm considering doing that, but the theme that I would most likely do is Game of Thrones. I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan, so it would be like castle themed. The next two questions are pretty much the same, so I'll just do them both right now. It says, what job do I have that allows me to get Legos like the amount that I have? So I don't actually have as much as some people might think. I mean, I do have a lot. Definitely have a lot. I have more than most people, but I buy them used from Bricklink and garage sales and stuff, and that's how I get the bulk that I have. But I've also had a few jobs in my day. I mean, I'm old, so, well, old for Lego, I guess. I'm 21 years old, almost 22. I'm sure that's going to be a question later on, so I'll just answer that right now. I'm 22 years old, so I've worked at a few jobs in my past. I've worked at fast food. Didn't really make that much there. But last summer I had an actual internship. It was a technician job where I tested various construction materials. So, you know, that was like a real job. So I made good money from that. And since I still live at my house, I don't really have to pay for too much. So I just buy Legos with it. Alright, the next question is asking for what my favorite MOC is that I have on my channel on YouTube. Actually, it doesn't say on my channel, it just says my favorite MOC on YouTube. So I guess I'll be a little narcissistic. My favorite MOC that I've made is my Sullust MOC. I really like that. Not saying I don't like my old MOCs, but I think that every time I make a new MOC, I think it gets a little bit better. I also really love the Hoth MOC. The ion cannon that I made was awesome. And the AT-AT actually. So if I were to pick between those three, I'm actually going to have to say the AT-AT is my favorite MOC that I've ever built. So the next one is asking for a face reveal. I don't think I'm going to do a face reveal in this video, guys, sorry. I just don't think that I don't know, a Lego channel is really so much about what I look like. It's more about like what I can build. So we'll just leave it like that. If there's a huge demand for it, maybe I'll make one in the future. But right now, I don't really see the need to. Okay, the next question is like a multiple part question also. So it's asking what my favorite Star Wars movie is, if I will ever build Yavin 4, and what the hardest part is about building mocks. So my favorite Star Wars movie is Star Wars Episode 5. It's a classic. The hardest part about building mocks is, I think, having the right pieces. That's why I hate when I have to order from Bricklink if I just need a couple pieces. And if I will ever build Yavin 4, there's definitely a possibility of that, especially after seeing Rogue One. So I won't say anything, but I think there's a possibility. Okay, so the next question is what mock I plan on building next, and that's Jeddah City and the carbon freezing chamber. I've announced that recently, but I didn't before I asked this, so it's a fair question. And then the next one after that is saying, what's my rarest and most expensive minifigure? And I have no idea. I don't really know what minifigures go for these days, but I don't think I have any extremely rare minifigures. I made a custom Solus Stormtrooper, but that wasn't really that hard to do, and it was just from a regular Solus Stormtrooper, so I don't really have anything that crazy. I do have the May the 4th Admiral Yularen polybag still unopened, so it's probably that. I don't have too many like crazy minifigures. So the next question is asking how much I spend on Legos, and that's hard to say because I don't really buy sets too much, and when I'm not building mocks, I don't spend any on Lego, like any money at all. But now that I'm starting 2 new mocks, I'll probably have to make some Bricklink orders pretty soon, and those are usually like $50 each, so we can say like about $100 every 2 to 3 months, which isn't, it's really not that much. Once you have a lot of bricks, you can really build things without having to order that much, and I think that's the point that I'm at, so I'm really grateful to be at that point. And the next question is asking who introduced me to Star Wars, since I'm a big Star Wars fan. So it was definitely my parents. They showed me the videos when I was young. We had them on VHS, and by videos I mean the movies. I wasn't introduced from like a game or something. I definitely watched the original trilogy first, and then I was super into the prequels when I was younger. And now I just like it all. So that's how I was introduced. And the next question is asking what other videos do I like to watch on YouTube, and it says not Lego videos. So I watch a couple other channels. I like watching The Odd Ones Out. It's a pretty fun channel. He's an animator, he draws stuff, and he's pretty funny. I also like watching Dashy Games. He swears a lot, but it's a really funny gaming channel, so if you haven't seen that, you should probably go check it out. The next question is asking what the origin of my username is, and that's a good question because I never really went over it. So CP was originally supposed to stand for cross-platform. We were going to be the cross-platform gamers and play on, you know, GameCube, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, all the different platforms. But we never actually said it in any of our videos, so we never actually became the cross-platform gamers. We just, I don't know, now it's just CP. And also, I say we because this was originally supposed to be a gaming channel for me and my friends. But it's hard to start a gaming channel, and we weren't really super into it, so they all quit, all my friends quit, and I just started posting Lego videos, so that's why it's called the CPGamers, even though it's not actually about gaming at all. So I hope that answers it. CP no longer stands for cross-platform, it just stands for, it doesn't really stand for anything actually now, but I just kind of like how it sounds, so I probably won't change it. I like saying CPGamers, but yeah, that's where it came from. So the next question is, do I collect other Lego themes besides Star Wars? And I don't really collect any other theme besides Star Wars. I just like Star Wars the most, and you know, I'll buy another set if it has good pieces or if it's on sale, but it'll ultimately be for a Star Wars mock. So another question is someone asking if I think it's worth getting the season pass for Battlefront. And in the past I said it was, but at this point Battlefront it's kind of an old game. I don't think people are playing it anymore. You'd be better off waiting until Battlefront 2 comes out because they're releasing that, well, they're not releasing it soon, but they're announcing it soon, and that will definitely have a season pass. I think that's, you know, a better use of your money. So another question is asking what my favorite planet from Star Wars is and what my favorite type of clone trooper is. And I think my favorite planet from Star Wars is Hoth. My favorite clone troopers are the Galactic Marines from Episode 3 with Commander Bakara. I think those are so cool. I really like the red snowtrooper look, so those are definitely my favorite. And then another question is asking what mocks do I want to do in the future. So, like I said, I want to do Jeddah City, I want to do more Rogue One stuff, and then I want to do the Empire Strikes Back Battle on Cloud City. So another question is asking if I'll ever do a Death Star mock, and I definitely will say that I will do a Death Star mock at some point in my life. So I don't know when, but sometime I will. The next question is asking what my favorite color is. My favorite color is blue. My favorite Lego color is light bluish gray. How would I rate the Star Wars films from best to worst? I like Episode 5. I actually like Rogue One as my second favorite. Then Episode 6. Then Episode 3. Then 4. Then 1. Then 2. And that's how I'd rate them. What's my favorite Star Wars summer set? So my favorite summer set is the battle pack that includes the Rogue One Death Troopers. So another question is asking for more custom vehicles besides mocks of landscapes, and I definitely hear you with that. I'm going to be making some new vehicles soon. I actually have a plan for a UCS custom vehicle that I'm sort of working on getting parts for, but I won't tell you guys what that is just yet, but it's a pretty cool vehicle and I hope you guys will like it. I don't know when it's coming out though. Another question is asking for my favorite minifigure from Star Wars in Lego, and I really like the Death Troopers. I'm going to say that those are my new favorites. And then one last question is someone who's asking for instructions for my AT-AT. So I don't really have any instructions for that, but he's also asking if there's a slightly smaller version, and yes there is. I don't know the name of it, but it's very popular. You can check it out on a few other channels have been doing it. I think Solid Brick Studios has built an AT-AT using those instructions, so go check out his video and you can find the instructions. They're free, they're in video form, but I think they're really good instructions, and it's for a really cool AT-AT. You will definitely like it. So I think that's all the questions I got. Obviously I skipped any questions that were asked or similarly asked by other people, so you know, all the duplicate questions I didn't answer, but those are almost all the questions, so thank you guys so much. I'm really honored that you want to hear my opinion about some of this stuff, considering I'm just, you know, some guy who likes Star Wars, but thank you so much for watching, and if you guys have any more questions, you can always ask them in my regular videos. I can't promise that I'll answer them right away, but maybe in the future I'll do another one of these, because this one was super long. I didn't realize I got so many questions, but I'm just going to end it now. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon with more videos.